Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at the Rolex Datejust 28. Again, 28 millimeters, that's the case size here for this watch. This model with a pink sunray dial with index hour marks, white gold fluted bezel, and oyster bracelet. The reference number for this one, 279174. I'll be going over all the aspects of this watch, the case, bezel, dial, crown functions, as well as the movement and the bracelet. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with the case, it's in the name, Datejust 28. From finger to thumb, that's the 2 to 8 o'clock position, same as the 10 to 20. The 10 to 4 position, same distance, same 28 millimeters. You have the full monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You also have an overall nice high polish to this entire casing here, tapering down to the lugs to the integrated bracelet, all high polish. That is all oyster steel, meaning that it is Rolex's own proprietary blend of the highest grades of steel for the strength and the minerals added to make it with a very, very high luster. So it's incredibly bright, very, very beautiful in any lighting condition. You get the same sort of treatment with the white gold fluted bezel on the front here. The white gold fluted bezel basically originally made with the intent of screwing directly onto the front of the case to ensure water resistance. Modern technology deemed that, well, not all that necessary anymore, so it's just kept as a mark of distinction. In this case, it's kept as gold, or in this specific watch, white gold. So it basically fits in with the overall look of the watch here. The dial itself, pink sunray dial, as they call it, sort of like a sunburst pattern. As you move it in the light, it changes basically depending on the angle of the light. Of course, if you have different light sources, you'll get better in different patterns throughout. You have also index hour marks, so you also have brightness in the dark, or at least a readable display in the dark thanks to the chroma-light feature from Rolex watches. Basically means that you have a sort of like a greenish but more of a bluish tint to the coloration of the applied index markers. They're all 18 karat white gold with the chroma-light feature added onto them. My camera's having a hard time focusing. There we go. The Rolex crown itself, also an 18 karat white gold, as well as the hands all center mounted. The Cyclops lens, part of the sapphire crystal, nice and scratch resistant, magnifies that tiny date aperture to make it fit within the overall composition here. The overall visual aspect makes it very, very cohesive and pleasing to the eye. If I unwind the crown at 3 o'clock position, I can wind the watch here, rather simple. So from a dead stop, 20 to 30 full winds gets you to the full power reserve, rather simple. Pull the crown out to the next position, you can advance the date forward by rotating it counterclockwise. It's less than a quarter turn actually to advance the date forward, so pretty easy to set the date, and you can do it at any time. It's unrestricted, so you won't damage the movement by doing it, say, around midnight. Pull the crown out to the final position. Note that the seconds hand does in fact stop, so you do have that full precision of setting the time. Now you don't have any, well, you do have the index marks, but they're very, very tiny, so be careful with that. But as long as you have them, makes it very easy to set the time. Simply press the crown back in once you have that seconds hand synchronized up to an atomic clock, and it starts up that seconds hand once more, right where it stopped. Pull, and be sure to screw the crown back tightly against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. So what makes all of this work on the inside? It is the 2236 caliber made in-house by Rolex. Can't see through the case back, but you do have that added sense of protection from that solid steel case back. You have the plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing with the center hour, minute, and seconds hands, instantaneous date with the rapid setting, and the stop seconds for precise time setting. All those features I just demonstrated using the Rolex winding crown alone. The oscillator on the inside features a Siloxy hairspring in silicon with patented geometry, meaning that you basically can get relatively close to magnets in circuitry. So magnetic resistance, it's basically a magnetic. The high performance Paraflex shock absorbers also allow you to absorb shock, so basically it'll be keeping track of time regardless of the conditions. So you can take bumps here and there, it'll be just fine. The bidirectional winding rotor, perpetual rotor on the inside, is center mounted. So that basically you can just simply wind the watch physically and manually using the winding crown, put it on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist keep that perpetual rotor winding around, charging the mainspring barrel, which charges the power reserve. For this watch, about 55 hours at a time, so you get a day and a quarter. Means you can basically set it down Friday evening on a full wind, pick it back up Sunday evening, just give it a tiny wind if you want, or you can just pick it up very early Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, and no need to wind the watch. Just put it on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist will wind that watch up to the full power reserve. I've tested this myself and it works. So taking a look here while I'm zoomed out, you do have the Oyster bracelet, flat 3-piece links across, center links, high polished oyster steel, the outer links also oyster steel, but satin brush finish. So you get the contrast in finishes there, gives it a very unique look basically only to Rolex, and high polish along the sides there, nice satin brush finishing underneath for comfort, complete with my fingerprints of course. You have the Oyster folding clasp here with the Rolex raised crown logo. Lift from the top to open it, really easy to unhook. You have the full Rolex stamped seal on the inside, full steel construction as well. Underneath the clasp itself, the added benefit of the Oyster bracelet is that if you have this sized perfectly to your wrist and, well, you happen to walk outside, it's really hot, or you get really dehydrated, you pound maybe like 3 liters of water, your wrist is going to swell, imperceptible to other people, but you will certainly feel it with this on your wrist. It'll turn into a tourniquet. So to avoid that, just simply reach under here, pull it straight out. There you go, another half Oyster link. So you can basically continue to wear your watch unhindered and nicely and comfortably. Extra 5mm, that's what they call the Easy Link 5mm comfort extension. When you no longer need it, just simply fold it back in on itself, press it back into the clasp, nice and easy. While I'm here, I can also try it back on my wrist. 7 inches in circumference is my wrist, 28mm is the case size. So at full lengths, it fits me just perfectly, and it's definitely an accessory at this stage. But if your wrist is smaller than mine, say 5 inches or even 4.5, it'll become much larger for you and you get more of that wrist presence in terms of the size, but nothing lacking in terms of the presentation. The pink makes it a very, very unique look. The tints, tones, and shades of the Sunray dial gives it, you know, the full breadth of the pink, basically the value spectrum of the pink color. So you get the full added benefits of that color. Basically 0 space under the lugs for me, but say your wrist is smaller, you will develop a little bit of space under the lugs. Not an issue there because you do have that added sense of breathability from the Oyster bracelet. 0 tolerance among the links, so they'll never pinch your skin, never pull hairs out. The spacing among the links lets your wrist breathe nice and easy. Very comfortable on the wrist and looks very beautiful, especially with that fluted bezel. Sort of makes that pink sort of emanate and shine outward. Very beautiful, and certainly one for the collection. Something that you can wear every day while not sacrificing the color and the prestige of a Rolex. But enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below what you think about this Rolex Lady Datejust 28 on an Oyster bracelet, reference number 279174. That means it's got that fluted bezel in white gold. All the rest of it's steel. Very, very beautiful indeed with the pink dial. Index hour marks, nice and easy to read in any lighting situation. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to hit the like button if you learned something or just happen to like this video or just want to help us out. I appreciate it either way. Hit the subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. As always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, new, used, discontinued, we can get it for you at jazztime.com. Links in the description below, or you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.